Radio fam, welcome back to another video with Damien, and this video is all about some beginner's advice if you're new to lifting, or look, let's be frank, you may have just fallen off the wagon. These little tips are definitely going to help you get back on the wagon and get moving forward towards your fitness goals. So that's what this video is going to be all about, something a little bit different. However, it all plays a vital piece in moving forward in life. You got to live a healthy lifestyle. So the first one we're going to get into, the first bit of advice I've got for you out there, guys, is to set some goals. Set some attainable goals that are clear and specific. So you want to have a date, you want to have, you might want to lose a certain amount of kilos, you might want to try and put on a certain amount of weight, you might want to fit into a dress size, there's a number of things, but you want it to be specific, clear, and with a date. You want to have some time to achieve it. When we do this, it's going to give us direction and we can take steps forward to achieve the goal, okay? Next, we want to plan our workout. If we don't do this, we're going to have no direction, and when we don't have any direction in life, we tend to procrastinate and we tend to not move forward because we don't have any clarity, all right? Because we don't know where we're going. And without that clarity, as I said, productivity is going to be low because we're going to be procrastinating, okay? Because we don't have a clear direction. Because if you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? So let's think about it. Ask yourself, if you set off into the wilderness without a map or a compass or a plan, a route or a route that you're going to take to get to your destination, and you just go on blind, well, you're going to probably end up lost and not come out, let's be honest. Well, you might get lucky, who knows? Your Bear Grylls, you might give you some tips so you might get out. The next bit of advice I want to give you is to track and record. Now, the beautiful thing about this is sometimes, look, at the start when you get in your fitness journey, you'll see results rather quick. However, even at the start, looking at yourself in the mirror daily, it's quite hard to see any sort of significant change because you're looking at yourself every day. It's very hard to see any difference, but you'll find that someone that hasn't seen you in 2 weeks will be like, shit, you've lost weight, or you've put on weight, and you'll be like, what? I just look the same. Have you ever had that happen? So that's what I'm saying about the mirror. It can be a little bit tricky because you're always looking at yourself. So by tracking and recording, so writing down, how heavy a weight that you lifted last time, or how many reps that you did it for, or how many sets that you got out, that's going to give you an indication because you want to try and improve, all right? And that's called progressive overload. So you want to try and lift a little bit heavier, or some more sets, or some more reps each time that you jam out your session, okay? We can also track and record using the scales. So if our goal is to lose weight, that's going to aid us, give us some guidance. If our goal is to put on lean muscle, again, that's going to give us some guidance and clarity in terms of where we're heading and how we're tracking towards our goal. You can also track and record the food you're eating, giving you an understanding of how many calories are in the food that you eat throughout the day. Getting healthy is all about a journey. So you're going to find things that work and things that don't, foods that fill you up, that don't fill you up as much. We're all different. So you got to understand it's going to be a bit of a journey. And by doing that and seeing your forward momentum, well, that motivates you because you can see you progressing. You may not see it in the mirror, but you can see that you're getting stronger in your lifts, so you know that something's working, okay? So that'll motivate you to move forward, and as you gain more experience, you'll develop and get better, okay? When we're just starting off, or we've fallen off the wagon, it's been a little bit, let's just ease into it and remain consistent. Look, I know I'm a bit of a gun-ho and used to be. I think I could get back into it straight away and lift the same, and I'd always find out that I'd lift too heavy, and I wouldn't get back into the gym for a week because I'd be too sore. And that really breaks your momentum. When you're getting back into things and you're trying to create a new routine and habit, you really want to create momentum, and the best way to do that is showing up daily. So you want to take it easy at the start, you want to make it fun, you want to make it enjoyable at first. It's not about being shredded in day one, it's about the process of you getting back to living a healthier lifestyle. So when you take it easier and you're not sore the next day, well, you're going to feel a little bit more inclined to go, aren't you? But if you're walking around hobbling around like you've just been hit by a Mag truck, well, you're probably not going to want to go, are you? And you're going to think, shit, I'm so sore, bloody hell, that was brutal. So take it easy, fam, when you get into it. Another important thing and some advice is correct form. You'll hear a lot of people talk about this, but it is important to build a solid base and start, with proper form, and it'll help prevent injuries and imbalances of muscles. Now, I know this because, at the start, when I was first into my fitness, I had a bit of imbalances. I'm still working on them, but I had a quite big one, My right bicep was bigger than my left bicep because I was using it more than my left, but then I had to swap it over. The way that I actually did that quicker was just, I did one arm bicep curls, but that's a story for another day. But just saying, this is coming from experience, these advice and new tips that I'm giving you, okay? No ego lifting, so that was another thing I loved to do, it was all about jamming out the biggest weight you could, but it's hard, when you're around your mates and your buddies. I understand, but the main thing is you've got to be thinking about longevity and the importance of your joints, your ligaments, your tendons, these things you're going to be putting a lot of strain on, so we want to be thinking about later on in life as well. So making sure that we're not ego lifting, we're not jerking the movement, or we're recruiting too many other muscles to help us during the lift, because it defeats the purpose of your session. You're in there to focus on certain muscle groups, and it's all about focusing on them. So lower the weight, leave the ego at the door, and if you're finding it hard to leave the if you're finding it hard to leave the ego at the door because of the gym, don't just not go to the gym. Find the solution. Maybe start in your living room, or start in a park, or start somewhere where you feel more comfortable, and as you feel more comfortable, then you can start going to the gym. We've got to start being about finding those solutions out there and not focusing on the problem, because that's negative, and then we keep going down that way and we just don't get anywhere. Now this one is also a very hard one, and definitely one I struggled with 1,000% for a long time. Only recently I've been able to get over this in terms of body image, and it's focusing on yourself. The advice is to focus on yourself, because we tend to focus on others. And yes, I really do understand it's bloody hard. I get it. We naturally compare ourselves to others. We have a life that promotes that. We've got social media, everyone looks perfect, everyone's shredded, we've got angles, we've got lighting, we've got, there's bloody gods, goddesses of, fitness out there everywhere, who knows what's going on. So I really understand it's hard to, you look at them and you're like, how, so I get it. But because the focus needs to shift from them and just onto you, and it's just about living a healthy lifestyle really. But if you do enjoy it, you want to get into it more, but again, it's just focusing on you. But there are, a lot of steps and other techniques that can help you achieve and learn not to focus on yourself. Definitely can help you with that. Guys, if you're out there and you would like some, a little bit more one-on-one, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. My link is down below. I'm happy to give you some advice, even comment below here. I really appreciate everyone that stops in and says hello. If you haven't, please give the channel a subscribe. Give the video a like and a bit of a comment, and I'll see you guys for the next video, and that'll be tomorrow. Peace.